Hello, Afi King.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on, Jay?
Not bad, not bad. Yourself? How things there?
Things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. Just trying to actually get some fashion together, and that would be a good topic for us to go by. Like,
Oh,
you know,
definitely. Yeah, yeah. That
you're a
definitely.
fashion god.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean that plays a big role in everything. So for sure, that's an important part of everything. To be honest, because I mean, if you
Came
look
from
at
a fashion god.
yeah, but that's the thing. That's the funny thing. Usually when people look at style, they look at somebody with style. Does he have substance? Or there's the age old, they talk about style versus substance. Which one is more important? And the funny thing is
Hmm.
they're codependent on each other, right? In order to have
Right.
style, in order to have style, you need substance, and having substance is knowing yourself, right? Because when they talk about
Right.
style, it's basically knowing who you are and what works for you. And in order to get there,
Right.
you need the substance, right? Like you go on that self exploration journey, finding yourself, knowing yourself as a man, and through that, you know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I mean, shit, going through substance,
It,
like when we talk about it tying directly into the game, like having substance, knowing who you are, it's like explore yourself. You know your personality type. You know your character type. You basically know how to treat people around you and literally how to communicate with people. So that's very important right there. So an example would be, let's say, knowing the type of seducer you are. Let's talk about art of seduction, where there are different types of people. You know your character type. If I'm the charmer, or if I'm the rake, or this or that, that plays a big role into who you are as a person. So that's definitely very important. Many people look at style
right.
like it's just an afterthought or something like that, but that's very important. Even just your clothes fitting well, right? You got to know your body type and how and what works with you, right? So that all
It's
comes from self.
funny. It's funny you say that because I had a client yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking. We had a consultation, and he told me he was like, "Yeah, you get a lot of girls that I can tell, and you your dress and stuff is on point. So how should I dress?" And I told him, like, I can't really tell you how to dress because I don't know you.
Exactly. And you
All
don't
I
know
can
what's
tell you is
comfortable for him,
be
right?
neat, don't be dusty and stuff like that. But I don't know you to tell you how to dress. You have to dress. And then he was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I told him, like, just think about women. Like, some women are very attractive, but some of them dress up, always wearing heels. Some of them like wearing tennis shoes. It's their style and it fits them. So you have to figure out what fits you. And when you find out what fits you, you're confident in it.
Exactly. And the crazy part is, like, have you noticed when women dress, like, sometimes it's based on their mood. If a woman's dressed really fly and, like, as far as the
Mm-hmm.
psychological aspect of it, dressed to the nines, confidence is up. That's a quick cheat code, to be honest. You wake up, feeling good as
Right.
a man. Yo, you throw on your finest threads, you get out there, and you got to pop in your step like that. But
It's just like having a haircut. Like you're the same person, but it just gives you a pep in your step.
exactly, that freshness. And as far as, like, knowing what to wear, it doesn't have to be a suit. You don't got to go all over the top. But guess what? Basic foundations of it, you got to be presentable. You got to feel good about yourself. You got to be clean with it, right? And number
Hmm.
one, make sure your fit is right. Once that's right, you're good to go. So definitely dressing is very important. The psychological benefits too, right? If you look good, you feel
Right.
great, man. You wouldn't hesitate approaching
You do.
anybody. So that's
Mm.
the way you got to go, man. Dressing is very, very important on your mentally, like, psychological benefits of
Yeah,
it.
it builds your confidence, and this not confidence for people. People always connect confidence with women. It's just good being confident in life.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what
like
I'm saying? Like
yeah, that's like going to
if I
going to
if I go if yeah if I go to the store, I'm confident I can get some hookup from the lady at the register. No matter what I got on, but just because I know how to talk.
exactly.
You know.
Like,
And then
my
okay.
general rule is, like, yo, every day, even if you're just heading to work or rushing out the door, you always got to step out. Like, you could approach a woman, or you could meet your ex who might have thinking you're falling off or something like that, right? You got to be on your P's and Q's
Yeah, hey, that happens too.
and
You
be
run into
sharp.
them on the wrong day.
Yeah. You got to
Hmm.
always be sharp with it like that, right? So that's very important. Just being presentable. I mean, just simple things. Grooming got to be on point, man. Like, if you got to get that line up, you got to get your beard lined up, quick outline. You just got to do that. That keeps you fresh. That bumps up your points. keeps your appeal up, right?
Yep.
But the most
If
important
you
thing is
got a haircut, you win the game.
oh yeah, most important thing is you notice and you're doing it for yourself. The overall benefits, right? The woman comes as like
Right.
as a side benefit of that.
Yeah, like I say, they're the amenities to a boss.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you're a boss, if you're a boss, you got a girlfriend. You want a girlfriend, cool. If you're a boss, you want a rotation, cool. If you're a boss, you want a girl and a side piece, cool. But the point is, when you're a boss, you have those options that are tangible.
Exactly, because you bossed up, you feel great about yourself, and you're good to go. Like even if you're showing up at work, you're showing up at work with a suit, you feel great. Even if with a suit, depending on your work environment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You show up looking presentable, you feel great, and nothing's stopping you, man. Psychologically, you got an edge. That's a way to get an edge over everybody, right? Be the best dressed man in the room.
Like, let me give you some game, like, and this is just from a man's perspective, so this has nothing to do with women or dating. Where I work at now, well, one of the schools I taught at, right?
Yeah.
The man was a principal.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's a woman principal. That's a whole other thing. But the man was a principal, and he was a black guy.
Yeah.
And he would never dress up. He would wear, like, track suits every day. And this is a man. He's the principal, but this has nothing to do with me thinking he cute or wanting to get with him. I didn't have a level of respect for him.
Exactly. He's not
because I feel like you run this whole school. I mean, Fridays or, it might be hot every now and then. I'm talking every single day he wore a tracksuit. So it's like, it kind of like you run this school and you come to school in a sweatsuit every day. Like,
you know what's crazy? Psychologically, you weren't associated, like you weren't giving him that respect subconsciously because he's out here looking like the gym teacher himself, right? So first time first time you come across him, you don't associate power with him because he hasn't got on. He's not dressed to the nines. He's not communicating power.
It's different if I've seen him in a suit before and he just was just chilling one day, like every day, no suits.
Yeah. So he's not communicating.
Sweatsuit.
He's not communicating who he is to you, right? Because that's the beauty of the nonverbal communication, with your body language, with your clothes. Like you're announcing your presence without opening your mouth. That's what style is.
Right.
You're
a walking billboard.
Announcing who you exactly, telling people who you are without opening your mouth. So if his clothes is saying I'm the gym teacher, or I'm dressed like the regular guy on the street, I'm not associating principle with you subconsciously. So the respect level wouldn't be there. Maybe after I know you, but even that, I'll think about
I was about to say that it can be earned, but why not establish it from the gate?
Exactly. It's much easier. Just say first impressions, right? They're everything. So you always got to put your best foot forward, man, and that's a very important thing. And it all comes down to substance, right? All comes down to substance. If you're a man of substance, that beauty, that exploration, that journey, finding who you are. I mean, different interests. That makes you diverse, right? I mean, if it's painting, you're into the arts, you're into cooking, all that different things. You're exploring who you are and what you like, and that adds to your style. So guess what? When it comes to the seduction game, when it's time to choose up or you're being chosen on, guess what? There's many things to keep somebody interested, right? But if you just focus on style, I got to look right. What are you going to talk about? Your mouth game isn't tight. Right. There's no substance behind who you are as a man, right? So that's very, very important.
Fire game, y'all. Fire.
That's an important thing, man. As a man,
they don't be knowing the stuff. You got to say girls, and that's the only time they want to listen.
Well, guess what? That ties in, and that substance will get you where you're going, right? That knowing yourself, knowing what makes you happy as a man. You to quote the dude Alpha Male Strategist, knowing your purpose, who you are. That gives that gives you a sense of direction of who you are as a man, and that once you get that in there, you're good to go. You're good to go. So,
and I'm gonna say something when you mention AMS too, because I'm a con out. Shout out to AMS because he gave me a shout out on his live stream the other day too.
Yeah.
Not on this live stream, but on this Patreon.
Oh, that's
whatever.
Cool.
Just pretty dope. Yeah, it's pretty dope to have somebody who inspires you to make a channel that recognizing your channel.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, but
that point what I'm making is this.
That knowing your purpose talk goes right into there. It goes right into having substance, right? So and you got to do it for yourself. But you know what? What's crazy? If we talk about things from the surface level, right? Where if I was to come and just say, yo, having style, it's very important to like meeting women, getting women. Well, that's kind of like That's the difference between like the game and like pickup artists. Knowing the game is knowing yourself, who you are, the confidence you have as a man, and having some substance in there, right? That's the quality aspect of it. You look at some dudes like the pickup artists and stuff. You know, they're just chasing. Their focus is just
short
the
term.
women. Yeah, it's just
Short
face
term.
value shit, right? And they're just chasing stats, and that's no substance to that, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I happen to meet a woman and get her fast, it's not that I'm chasing it. It's just that I've mastered it and I know how to do it. It's the same thing as like if we go to a bowling alley and I've been bowling since I was 5 years old and I'm super good at it, and you got a $500 bowl, that doesn't mean that you can outbowl me because I have the substance and the structure,
exactly,
the foundation, the fundamentals.
Yeah.
To do it, even though you're like, man, I just spent $500 on this ball and he's getting all the strikes. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
But before I forget, let me touch on AMS real quick because this is what I was gonna say. Because it boils into everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
People are so easily influenced and persuaded, and they need to learn to be leaders. Now, I'm gonna connect this part with this part because when I watch his channel, especially like his live streams where people call in and stuff.
Yeah.
People will be like, yeah, AMS, I'm on my purpose, but they really not, because if y'all was on your purpose, y'all wouldn't still be asking these questions. So it's just like y'all are like just saying it just to like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm like, it's kind of like I'm cool too.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, I'm on my purpose. I'm on my purpose. But hey, man, this girl ghosted me. What should I do? Then you're not on your purpose then.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to live it, right? You got to really live it and understand what you're doing and where you're going from. That comes down to it. Like, if you were on your purpose and you had that substance or you were in pursuit of that substance, okay, that's the beauty of it. Like, whenever you meet a woman, don't get me wrong, every woman has like 5, 6, 7 dudes in their ear, right? But if you're a man of substance and you know who you are, you bring something different. Your table looks completely different from everybody else. You'll be asking her what she brings to your table to add, you know, because whenever anybody's in your life, they got to bring something to the table and, you know, like inspire growth. Okay, so when she comes to your table, she knows this is a man of substance, different experiences. You're going to change her world just based on association with you, right? Because it's completely different type of energy you're bringing, right? So
and when you're a boss, that's how they think of it. They're not going to tell you that, though. Some of them will tell you, but some of them won't. They'll tell their friends, girl, I met this guy, and he is doing – they won't be able to mention the guy without listing his stats. They'll never – if you are a millionaire, right, and you meet a woman, that's funny, too, now that I think about it. A woman can say, I met Jay, and he's handsome, and he dresses like this, and he does this for – They're not going to be able to talk about you without saying, and he's a millionaire. Like, you see, that's no substance.
Exactly. But, yeah.
Even though you're a great guy, she can't. If she tells somebody else about you, she cannot leave that part out.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're bringing.
She just can't.
If you're bringing different experience.
I met this doctor, and like, just how come you met a cool guy in the library? Why you have to mention that he's a doctor? You already, you know.
Exactly. But once you bring something different to the table, different type of energy, you know, opening up somebody's world to different things, that's something completely different. At that point, you're at the top of the food chain, because guess what? The dude in the DM saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? Let's go catch a movie or whatever. They're not talking about nothing, really, right? So, I mean, it's just bringing something different to the table at the end of the day. And, again, it all starts with knowing who you are as a man and having your diverse interests. Explore yourself. That's the beauty, self-exploration. Because when you're making that transition from boy to man, your wardrobe will transition. So you got to get your grown man on look right. But to get there, you got to explore as who you are as a man, what you like. Be diverse, man. Like, I mean, just switch the game up, man. It's life is beautiful, you know. So
were you ever a throwback guy back in the day? Were you ever a throwback guy back in the day when that was hot?
So
or all that trendy, like, you know, the throwbacks,
the
jerseys,
throwback jersey look and all that. Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
I mean, yeah,
I never did it.
I did all that. I did the baggy jeans and all the jerseys and all of that. But
I did the baggy jeans.
But once I was in college, I started switching it up. I went from the baggy jeans to the button downs, and then went from the button downs to, like, you know, button down fitted jeans. Then it started switching up like that, and it was changing, right? I got on something different, you know. Even that, just get a fitted button down and, you know, some nice fitting jeans. some desert boosting.
you remember when Change Clothes came out?
Oh man,
Jay-Z. It's so hilarious because he had his regular Rockefeller clothes on, but he just had a button-up shirt. So now guys in the club they're wearing super baggy clothes and tennis shoes. I got my button-up on though. You know?
Yo,
so it wasn't even like they were dressing like business person. They just I got my button-up on.
Yo, he single-handedly ruined the throwback jersey ecosystem, man, with Change Clothes. Because that got throwbacks out of there. He almost got Tim's out of there too, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
these guys wearing these 38 long baggy jeans. I got to get my button up though real quick. Like your button up is a fitted shirt you got out of folded package, and then you just got your Sean John jeans on, like.
Yeah, it's got to flow together, man. But yeah, at the end of the day, it comes out that nonverbal communication and speaking about who you are. There is power in that. These are things that come freely. Either way, if you're not dressed right, you're still communicating who you are. Don't send the wrong message at all. You know, you don't send the wrong message at all. You got to communicate who you are. Speak your truth with your clothes and just be out there. Just anybody that you meet, that establishes influence too, right? Once you've got it together like that, you influence how someone's gonna perceive you, and you know that's
right.
It's very important, man. So,
and it builds intrigue too.
Exactly.
If you even me as a man, if I see somebody in the city, San Francisco's across the bridge.
Yeah.
If I see somebody in San Francisco and they got a real tailored suit, I'm going to look at him and be like, I wonder what he do.
Exactly.
Just boom. The natural, like, you know, I'll be like, I wonder what he do.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell the difference between a suit and I got to go to court suit.
Oh, yes. I got to go to court suit to look forced. Like, I'm trying to make an impression. Like, you know, I'm trying to make an impression to get some time off. But, like, if it's I'm on my business, you know, I'm about my P's and Q's suit, you know, it fits right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it fits right. He's confident in it. It feels like a second skin almost, right? So that's the importance of that there. It's very, regardless of where you are, if he's across the bridge in the Bay Area, or if he's in San Francisco or across the bridge in Oakland, anywhere you are, like someone will judge you based on what you're wearing. That's just how it goes, right? The eye sees first. It sounds unfortunate to judge somebody by what you see, but guess what? The eye processes first, and once you start speaking to the person, you take that in. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you're meeting somebody or anybody you're coming in contact with, you need to be able to influence that, and you got to speak to all senses. You got to speak, you know, what you're saying. You got to speak to the eyes with your clothes. Visually, you got to stimulate them. What you say, communication verbally, it has to be stimulating to the mind verbally too, right?
Smell.
The smell, yeah, exactly. Overall, you got to stimulate all senses of somebody, male, female, whoever you come across. You got to stimulate their senses. You know, that's how you create influence and communicating who you are. You got to smell right. What you have to say got to be fly. Has to be of some substance. Your clothes got to be right. Stimulate them visually. Your touch, you know, if it's a lady, your sense of touch got to be right. You got to stimulate that. She's coming over, you cook some great food too, you're stimulating the taste buds. So, overall, right, it all ties in like
fire game.
It all ties in like that. So that's the important thing, man.
Hey, let me. I was talking to this other guy too, and this is some game, and it's elaborating what you just said. He asked me like, what do I think about Netflix and chill? And I started laughing, and I told him, there's nothing wrong with Netflix and chill, but you can't say Netflix and chill because women want the attention and admiration from a man, but they don't want to seem promiscuous, so they're not going to come on to you. Like if you talk to a woman and say, come over here so we can do our business, and you ain't never met her before, she's going to look at you crazy, even though she might have full intent on doing it.
But you know,
so I told him just to instead of Netflix and chill, tell a woman like, hey, I rented this new movie. I'm about to go cook. I got a taste for some steak and some asparagus. I'm gonna come pick you up, and we'll go get it, and we can cook together. You're still doing the same thing, but that just sounds so much better.
But you know what makes it fly? I want to spend some quality time with you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick you up, and we're gonna go to the grocery store. You know, a little adventure. Let's pick up some groceries. Let's figure out what you want to eat.
Flirting in the aisles, babe. Look at this.
A little fun activity. Then you get back to your spot. You know, just make sure your spot is clean. You know, burn some candles before, so it's smelling right. And guess what? You go pick her up, get the groceries together. You come back. Maybe she can help you cook, or you know, just post up and let's spend some quality time together. Enjoy each other's company. You know, indulge in quality conversations. So, you know, you get to cooking. If you're gonna cook together, cool. You cook for her, whatever. After that, while you're eating, you throw a movie on, whatever. You know, just chill, spend some time together. That shit don't even cost much. That's the funniest thing. You can do groceries.
Like I say, look, $21.
You can do
$20 $10 side movie, $1 Netflix.
It's a win.
But you won't do that if you'll take them to 2 for $20s, and then your girl gonna talk about you how cheap you was when you. I'm doing 2 for $22. It's just that I did it in a different way.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to that substance, you put in that little effort. You know, you've done your research. You know, yo, if I do $20 worth of groceries and get my presentation right, I can make a meal look like a gourmet meal, well put together for her, and I'll get some impression. Pick up a little bottle of wine. What is wine? Like what? $10, $12, based on the color of wine she likes. You pick up a bottle of wine with that too. You know, sit there, indulge in quality conversation. Hey, you want to catch a movie real quick? She's already in the spot. You know, going outside. You're not doing anything too much, anything crazy like that, and you know, there you have it. And if that catches on, and you know, you spend a more quality time like that together, shit. If a woman has a long day one day, sometimes you just tell her, yo, come through. You've had a long day, long week. Come through, come kick it with me. You can head to like Bath and Body Works and pick up like some bubble bath for, I don't know, $5-10. Head to the florist. I mean, shit, I went to the florist last time. They give you rose petals for free if you don't even need that much. Run a little bubble bath for her, sit there, you know, let her soak in it, chop it up for her. Guess what?
Go ahead.
After you got to help her dry up, and you know, you never know, you might get lucky that way. So that all comes into it, man. Just exploring her substance too. Once you got substance, you got to explore her substance, and that exploration comes with everything else.
So did you see my post yesterday on Instagram? Because I'm bringing this up because this is a receipt, because I'm sure Jay seen it, and it elaborates on what he just said. Because I met a new one yesterday, right? And we talked and all this stuff, and I ended up taking her to the hot tubs, and we got down. So if you've seen that, that was a new one. But she had a long day. So let me, I'm going to just treat you to something nice. So we, you know the hot tub got the, but the saying is, I could have just said, oh, you want to come over to chill? I live by myself, so that would have been nothing but just creating a situation out of her circumstances. What happened right there?
Different experiences, man. Different experiences. Every dumb motherfucker wants to chill. Every regular dude, yo, you want to come through and chill, but nah, it's just a different experience, man. It's like, yo, come let's spend some quality time.
Sit in the water and play. Obviously, we have to take our clothes off. You know,
I got a surprise for you.
Yeah,
I got a surprise for you. Come through. Let's kick it. And it doesn't even have to be nothing malicious. If she's had a long weekend, like, yo, let me help you relax. Come through. You got a bubble bath going on. You know, she's laying in there chilling. You could just be sitting right there, just indulging in quality conversation. Tell me about your day, how it went. Just explore, right? That's the thing. Like,
ooh, fire.
Any sort of seduction is a mind, soul, and body encounter. That's exact. This comes back to what I was saying in my problem with the pickup artist guys, right? Like, they're only looking to explore the body, ignoring the mind and soul, and then that becomes like a whole scavenger hunt, and like you basically live in like a scavenger.
Cheat and steal.
You're cheating yourself. Sometimes you're cheating yourself out of the best part of a person if you just focus it on the body, right? So you got to explore the mind, soul, and body, and you know the quality of a person comes in. Because at the end of the day, you as a man, if you know yourself, you know what you bring to the table, you know you have substance, you know your purpose, and you know who you are. You don't let just anybody get to you. You don't let anybody come around you, right? Because you're the prize. You know what you know who you are. You know what a blessing you are to be in people's lives. So guess what? You got to explore somebody's mind, soul, and body to make sure they're worthy to be around you.
That's pure game right there. You know what I think a lot of brothers. You know what I think, because I don't do this, but this is what I think a lot of brothers' problem is this. They only pursue women who they're physically interested in. So the problem with that is because how you just said how the dating the not dating coach
Pickup artist.
the pickup artists they could be missing out on a good opportunity from the girl only knowing her body and not her mind. So what I'm saying is, even if you don't have sex with that woman, she could be the one to introduce you to the one you're supposed to meet.
Exactly.
You know, but so it might not even be her because I've had this type of stuff happen. I've made videos about it. Like I've met somebody and her friend is the one who was really the one, but it took me to connect to her.
But guess what? Guess what? Once you explore the mind, soul, and body, show that you're a person of character and substance, you don't have to do any work. She's your mouthpiece now because she's seeing who you are, what you're about. So she's selling you to her friend. You don't got to do anything about that at that point, right? Because you've already established that. You've already worked once, and that's literally your gateway to her pool of friends or whatever there is, right? So she's gonna tell him, yo, this guy's about his P's and Q's, solid guy, high quality guy, high character. So then she'll come at you correct at the end of the day. You don't even got to do much, right? Because you've already explored that. So anybody, that's the thing, anybody, that comes to like meeting people. Whenever you meet anybody, like explore their mind, soul, and see what they bring to the table. They got to inspire growth. That way you're not keeping any zombies around you, right? Because you are who you keep around you at the end of the day. And that comes with women too. So if you're out here saying, yo, I'm just trying to smash this chick, well, you're wasting your time because that's just entertainment. You can watch TV with anybody. You can watch TV with
That's
anybody.
why you have to keep doing it.
Exactly. You got to eat with. You can eat with anybody, but guess what? That quality conversation while eating with somebody, it helps inspire growth. It helps. It broadens your horizon. So don't just bring anybody to your table, man. They got to bring something too to inspire growth. So at the end of the day, man, it's stages to it, right? It's stages to it. First, once you're getting into it, you might just say, yo, I'm trying to just get a nut. That's cool. That will get old. They'll get old and they'll get tired, and at the end of the day, you're gonna need some substance. So that's very important.
All right. I gotta drop a metaphor. You know I like metaphors, so I'm gonna give y'all one real quick. Right?
Yeah.
So this metaphor is to say you have to treat yourself the way you want to be treated, and that's the realest thing. And I'm gonna just break something down to you real quick, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm Afi King. Afi King's Rental Cars. That's who I am.
Yeah.
Afi King's Rental Car. I rent cars.
Yeah.
I got this Benz over here. I got this Beamer over here, and I got this Lamborghini over here. All luxury cars.
Yeah.
Which one you gonna want? You gonna want the Lamborghini, right?
Obviously.
If I give you the keys to that Lamborghini, are you gonna drive it different? Yeah. Are you gonna care? Why? Because it has status and it's a Lamborghini, so think of yourself as that. Like,
and it's not what
I am
used to seeing.
And the people, and not only you, who and what deals with you according as well, just like that Lamborghini, right? So you hop in that Benz and, hey, if I wreck this, I can buy this. I ain't tripping, but you're not going to do that Lamborghini like that. That Lamborghini hasn't said a word to you, but you know that it's valuable, and you're going to treat it delicately and respectful.
And you don't always see a Lamborghini. That's what I'm saying. Be different. Explore different avenues in life. Explore different interests. Because at the end of the day, you're driving down the road in a Benz. If you're driving down the road in a Benz, 9 out of 10 times you see another Benz.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're driving down in a Lambo, what are the chances? Unless you're somewhere crazy. But in the average place, what are the chances of bumping into another one, right? Not really high. So that's the way to go, man. Just you do it for yourself, but again, the benefits that come with having substance and having style and who you are, just being an individual, standing on your own too, being about your P's and Q's, the benefits are endless. And dressing well ties right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Dressing well ties right into it.
You care about yourself.
Exactly. You don't care about yourself, how are you going to treat somebody right? Yeah.
And how you expect people to treat you right.
Yeah. You're not showing yourself that respect. You expect somebody else. No, you're not telling somebody how to treat you. You're not communicating. Again, it comes back to principle, man, and attracts you. You're not communicating, this is who I am. I am a powerful man. You're going to give me my respect that's due to me. But at the same time, I recognize you as a human being. I'm very personable. I'm very relatable. But guess what? The clothes are telling you who I am. I am a man of power. I am to be respected at all times. I open my mouth. I start speaking to you. Oh, he's a really cool guy, very relatable dude. But guess what? That's the head honcho. He's a man in the suit. He's the principal. Let me respect that, So communicate who you are with your clothes, explore yourself, communicate who you are with your clothes, everything will be all right, man. Know who you are as a man. That's substance. That substance is very important.
Who you are.
Explore things, open up your mind, broaden your horizons, man. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. You could be missing out on the best thing of your life, not opening your eyes to new things.
Yeah.
You know, I play golf, and I was introduced to golf as a grown-up. I thought that was some corny stuff. Like,
no, most of the best business deals are made on the golf course. They say, man, everybody, man. Shit, not even, like, I went to the driving range last time, man. I don't play golf. We're just hanging out at the driving range. You see all different sorts of people, right? You're out there at the driving range hanging out. You chop it up with somebody at the clubhouse. You never know who you're talking to or who you're meeting, right? So could be an executive, could be this or that. Different interests brings different people.
So that's another free game right there. Be around the people of the things that you want to do.
That's what I'm saying. People around you always got to bring something to the table, inspire growth. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be out there with nothing. Yeah, don't take anything to somebody's table, and you got to bring something to somebody's table. Somebody got to bring something to your table. What's the point of an interaction if it's not inspiring growth? You got to inspire growth and substance. You're wasting your time. Then you got
ideas.
Yeah, you got vampires. Then you got vampires in their life just sucking the life out of you, man. It's not sustainable. That's substance. Very, very important, man. But guess what? Substance is codependent on style. Style and substance go hand in hand. You need substance to develop some style. Individuality, you stand out that way. Substance, very, very important, man.
And it feels good when you do.
Oh, yeah. Because you know who you are, right? You know what makes you happy. You know what does your soul right. So that way you can select the right people to be around you. Inspire growth, bossing up like that.
Right. And inspire others to do the same. By the moves you make.
Yeah, and you get to tell people how to treat you right. So that way, even dealing with women, you can't say, yo, this chick is coming at me funny, man. No, because you don't know who you are, so you're not choosing the right people to approach or the right people to let come near you. At that point, physical appearance is just a bonus, right? Like, sure, you got to be attracted to somebody physically to even get to that point to explore who they are, right? But once you know who you are, that substance that you have, you're setting the quality, you're setting the bar of how you should be treated and how you should be communicated with. If she's on some fuck shit, usually used to flicking on guys and all of that, she knows, yo, this dude's about his P's and Q's. He's a boss level dude, he's on his business. She'll come at you correct. Because you know.
Because that's Lamborghini like that.
Yeah. Because that's what you
drive it slow and careful.
You know it, man.
Yep. Well, anything else we need to touch on? We didn't gave them a lot of game.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I guess we could do this another time, but for now, we don't want to get too heavy. But like I've said, like I've put it together, man. Start exploring who you are, exploring yourself. Like the physical, like just tending to your appearance. It's rooted in substance. So approach things from a substance point of view. You find yourself, you find your style, and you communicate who you are, and you should be good to go, man.
That's right, man. Put yourself first.
Exactly. But if you're wondering, say, yo, who's this guy on African's channel talking all this talk? I want to see if he's dripping right or he knows what he's talking about, man. You can check me out you can check out my IG, see how I do it, man. I'm just like, I'm a man. I'm a man of different interests and substances. So I mean, you see some fly cooking videos, all of that. You see, different substances. But yeah, check me out on Instagram at Jesse ABOAGYE. That's JESSEABOAGYE. I'm sure African will put the link in there so you see what I'm talking about. I mean, your clothes got to be right, but you're rooted in substance. So I'm not just shooting. I'm not just running my mouth, not saying a whole bunch of nonsense. But I think I know what I'm talking about.
Data Mindset and Raw Game on IG. Data Mindset and Raw Game on YouTube.
All right. Until next time, man. Appreciate it.
All right.